Professor Ellen Rungani. I am the daughter of the late retired Brigadier General Victor Rungani and the daughter of Honorable Anna Rungani. So General Rungani got sick early morning of Monday, and he was taken to KG6 to get some help to just check up on his condition, because he was struggling to breathe. So we thought maybe it's just a minor thing. So when he got to KG6, they put him on a nebulizer, trying to stabilize his breathing. Then they said, let's take him to Paranyatwa, the private section, to just have a routine checkup to see, to run some tests and some x-rays on his chest. So he was in Paranyatwa. They ran a lot of tests. And then on Tuesday, he was in Paranyatwa, on Wednesday until Sunday. On Sunday, when the doctor was coming to check up on him around afternoon, he then advised us that we need to change him to a hospital which can give a ventilator, because his breathing problem had now exacerbated. So we then took him to West End Clinic, where he was admitted around 7 in the evening. And around 8:30 in the evening, the doctor called me and informed me that he was now struggling a lot to breathe on his own. So he needed to be in a hospital where they can give him assistance in breathing with a ventilator. So the hospital which responded quickly, it was via Docas, where they said they had a bed in intensive care with a ventilator. So around 10:30 in the evening, we took him with an ambulance to Via Docas Hospital. Then the doctors there, they started looking after him. I think we were there waiting for their feedback until 3 a.m. Around 3 a.m. the doctor then came and briefed us that they had now stabilized him. Even though he was stable, he told us that the chest infection had severely affected him. So they put him on a ventilator and sedated him so that they can start trying to control his breathing and running some tests to check what was causing the breathing. And also they were saying they wanted to see if there are any other conditions.
Right. So we would like to play it again, but before we do that, I want to give you a summary of the things that caught my attention, and it got me very emotional and very, very heartbreaking. It is that we have lost a very, very gallant sons of the soil, the sons of Zimbabwe, who was a retired Brigadier General in the Zimbabwe Defense Forces. I'm sure I was told that he is also a war veteran who was serving in the army until recently when he retired. So Brigadier General Rungani had some breathing challenges, and they took him to the KG6 military barracks. And the only thing he could get there was a nebulizer. The doctors realized that he needed to be admitted, and they took him to Paranyatwa Hospital, where he was being treated for 6 days, according to the narrative of his daughter, who was speaking on the video there. Paranyatwa is one of the very few referral hospitals in Zimbabwe, if not 3 of them, the major hospitals. There is Paranyatwa Hospital, there is Harare Hospital, and then there is Mpilo Hospital in Bulawayo. She was saying in that video that at Paranyatwa, they only managed to run some tests. It was when the doctors realized that the man needed to be put on a ventilator. Then the doctors called the family and said, you need to relocate the general from the hospital so that he could go to a better hospital where he is going to get a ventilator machine. So they took the general to West End Hospital, which is believed to be a very, very successfully run, well-organized, well-resourced private hospital in Harare. There was no ventilator at West End Hospital. They had to take the general once again to a private hospital in Waterfalls. So the general, with breathing challenges on this particular day, on Sunday, he was transported between 3 hospitals in search of a ventilator. And this is a full brigadier who has served in the army. He is a senior military officer. He is probably a rank or 2 beneath the position that he might qualify to hold, the position of a CDF at the time of his retirement. So we're not talking about a low-level military officer. We are talking about a high-level military officer. And this is painful that the man died because they couldn't find him a ventilator on time. Now, we'll play the video once again, but I would like you to think about it, that a barrack clinic could only offer the general a nebulizer, which this family of Brigadier Rungani could get over the counter from an ordinary pharmacy anywhere in the locations. How much does a ventilator cost? We have done some research and we would like to show you the price of a ventilator, and I want you to remember that when you look at this price, you must know that this is what it costed Brigadier General Rungani's life. A ventilator like the one you are seeing on the screen there, it costs roughly $15,000, $14,790, including VAT. $14,800 US. This is the value of an ICU medical ventilator with air compressor. This small item, Parenyatwa Hospital, Brother Davison, does not have this.
Yeah, it's quite sad. And so, yeah, for a nation to have a referral hospital which doesn't have such equipment, it's so saddening to see how far we have gone.
Yes. And I want us to watch the video once again. This time around, I would want us to focus also more on the emotions with which this professor, the doctor of the late Brigadier General, spoke about the very, very painful ordeal she had to go through while finding and seeking treatment for an ailing father. It is important for you to see also that the woman